Hello, guys. How are you guys on today? Well, I have to do story time. I have to wear my mask today, but guess what? It's okay. I am in the pod room. So we're going to go ahead on and get started. I would like to greet everyone all over the world. I would like to say hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some good nights. Someone is going to bed somewhere in the world, but guess what? You are just in time for story time with Miss Doris. I'm so excited today in reading you guys a life story on today. I am in this room. Well, we have the things for our ears, and guess what? I'm so excited to be reading you guys. Today's story we're going to be reading is The Fox and the Hound. The Fox and the Hound story, in which we are going to be reading on today, The Fox and the Hound. And today's letter is the letter I. Today's letter is the letter I. We have the capital I and the small I. And I stands for itchy. He has a back itch. Well, shout outs to all of you out there in Storytime Land. Hello, guys. How are you? Hope your day is awesome. Hope you're having an awesome Friday on today. I'm going to go ahead on and get started with our story. The Fox and the Hound. And this is a hardbound Disney book. The Fox and the Hound is the story in which we are reading on today. The Fox and the Hound. One spring morning, a kind widow named Miss Tweed found a surprise under her laundry. "Oh, little baby fox," she cried, "have you been abandoned?" She gently picked up the cub and carried him into her house. "And I will take care of you and the old lady. Your name will be Todd." Hello and welcome to Life Storytime with Miss Doris. Down the road from Miss Tweed lived a hunter named Amos Slade. The Slade day Miss Tweed found Todd. Amos brought home a surprise for his old hound chief. It was a puppy hound. His name is Copper. Amos said, "You and I will take care of him and teach him how to hunt." Hello and welcome. I have to wear my mask today because I'm in the pod room here, so I'm excited. Time went by. Todd grew a little stronger and a little bigger every day. So did Copper. One morning, Todd wandered out of the farmyard and into the woods. He was busy sniffing all the exciting new scents when all of a sudden he ran into Copper, who was also out sniffing. "Oh, good, somebody to play with," thought Todd, and politely said hello. He's a funny looking dog," thought Copper, "but he looks friendly." So he said hello back. Soon the fox and the hound were very good friends. They romped through the woods, chased each other down the paths, and jumped into a pond together. Splash! They could not stop laughing. When it was time to go home, Todd said, "Let's play together every single day." "Every day?" said Copper. And so every day they met and played in the woods. But one morning, Copper was not there. Todd decided to go and look for him at Amos' house. No story time song today. We'll probably catch up with that story time song on next week. Todd found his friend tied to a doghouse made from a barrel. He was very surprised. Miss Tweed never tied him up. Todd saw another dog sleeping in the second barrel. "Is this Chief?" he asked his friend, who had told him about his older companion. "He must be a very, very kind daddy," he added as he stepped over to give Chief a friendly hug. But the old hound smiled, and Foxy woke up growling. He leaped toward Todd and chased his frightened little fox through the yard, dragging his barrel with him and barking madly. Todd ran right into the chickens' squawk crawl with a racket. The little fox leaped over the fence and jumped into Miss Tweed's approaching trap. Todd missed his friend Copper. Copper missed his friend Todd, too. The days were long and boring without Todd to play with. Then one day, Copper saw Amos and Chief with the car. "Come on, Copper," said Amos. "It's time we teach you to hunt." That same morning, Todd sneaked away. "What a wonderful morning," he sang. "What a wonderful morning. I can't wait to see Copper. Maybe we can play together." But when Todd reached Copper's home, he heard a loud bang. And then an engine started. There was Copper in the car, leaving with Amos and Chief. Todd watched as they drove away. He did not know that Copper would be gone a long time. Days flew by and winter slowly gave way to the spring, and the leaves grew back on the trees, and tender and green. Flowers sprang up in the fields, and birds chirped in the countryside. Todd had also known a lot through the winter, and he had become a very, very, very handsome fox. "How tall you are," said his friends. All of a sudden, a loud rumbling noise broke through the country silence. Todd ran to see Amos, Chief, and Copper driving up the road. Copper sat in front next to his master, and Chief was in the back. "Copper is back," cried Todd with joy. "I'll go see him tonight. Watch out, Todd. Copper is a grown hound now. He's learned how to hunt. Warn his friends." That night, Todd slipped out of the house. He ran over to Amos' house where he and Copper met face to face. "You have to go, Todd. I am a hound now, and I hunt foxes. You are not safe here," he warned the fox. "But I'm not just any fox, Copper. I'm your friend," protested Todd. "I'm sorry, but I can't be your friend anymore. That's the way it is," said the hound firmly. Todd was very, very disappointed. He could not understand why Copper did not want his friend anymore. Miss Tweed knew that it was time to let Todd go free. Foxes are supposed to live in the woods, not on a farm. The next morning, she brought her little friend to a wildlife sanctuary nearby, took off his collar, and said goodbye. "Now, be good," she told him. "I hope you make lots and lots of friends in the woods. You'll be very, 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 very happy there." for foxes, Copper picked up Todd's scent and the chase was on until they ran straight into a huge grizzly bear with a great, great roar. The bear raised himself on his hind legs. Amos screamed in terror. As he started to run away, he stepped into a trap that closed on his foot with a loud, loud snap. Amos screamed with pain, and he sent Copper into action. The hound jumped into the wild bear, and snarling and biting, Todd heard the roaring and snarling. That's Copper! He ran over just as Copper had gotten hurt by the angry, angry bear. Todd raced to help his friend. He didn't care about Copper, had become a hunting dog. He was still his friend. Todd jumped on a bear and bit his ear. He led the enraged bear away from Copper and Amos toward a rotten log bridge. The log bridge broke, sending the bear into the water below. Todd had saved Copper and Amos. Todd swam to the bank exhausted when he looked up. Amos looked over him with his shotgun aimed at him. Todd stared back into disbelief. He had saved the hunter's life. Just as Amos went about to fire, Copper jumped in front of his friend. If Amos shoots you, he will have to shoot me too, said the hound to his friend. Amos lowered his gun and said, Copper, you're right. Your friend should go free. Thanks for saving us, little fox. With that, he turned and walked away. The animals breathed a sigh of relief. Todd followed Copper to the edge of the front forest. Goodbye, goodbye, Copper, he said. Goodbye, Todd, and thank you. Called the hound after him. Todd went back happily into his new home in the sanctuary. He and Copper were friends again. The end. Wow, this was an awesome story. I enjoyed reading you a story on today. The Hound, the Fox, and the Hound. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in with Story Time with Miss Doris. Don't forget, today's letter was the letter I. We have the capital I and the small I. And guess what? I stands for itchy. He has an itch on his back. Itch. You guys are awesome. Thanks for tuning in to Story Time with Miss Doris. Have an awesome weekend. Make sure you're taking care. Remember, if you're not feeling well, always let someone know that you're not feeling well. And guess what? They will take really good care of you. And remember, we're still practicing safety first. Make sure you are wearing your mask at all times. And if you're not smiling, I hope once you see my smile, but you really can't see my smile, but guess what? You can tell by my eyes that I am smiling on today. So if you're not smiling on today, I hope once you see Miss Doris' smile that you are smiling. Take care. Have an awesome, safe weekend. See you on Monday. Take care. And don't forget to smile.